Hello, everyone. Welcome to a exciting but unconventional, yet always fun and entertaining Zenescope Movie Club. Today, we're going to be talking about the cult classic Halloween favorite entitled Trick or Treat. Y'all didn't think I had another flowchart coming. You thought I learned my lesson after the last time. Not so. What is Movie Club without an overly complicated, unnecessary flowchart? So, for those of you who have not watched Trick or Treat, understand that there are 5 interconnecting stories. It is essentially a spooky Pulp Fiction, although I'm sure there are other analogies you could use. But we follow a series of characters, the main focus of which is named Sam. He's our little crypt keeper, our Karis. He's our thread throughout all of the stories. However, as mentioned, they do all interconnect. We follow several parties, such as girls dressing up in famous fairy tale costumes, a couple that apparently doesn't know that they can wait until the next morning to take down their Halloween decorations. But no, they want to come in at nighttime from a party late in the evening, and they say, you know what? Now's the perfect time to start cleaning up. There's also a girl, an idiot savant. There's also dead kids that will soon be dead. A fat kid, Brian Cox, a dog, and some other guys. Here to comment on that flowchart is everyone's favorite Ralph Tedesco. Ralph, how you doing?
Noah.
Oh, Casey, I'm sorry. I thought you were Ralph.
I don't like the flowchart.
Why?
I'm kidding. I'm just doing a Ralph impression. Hi, everyone.
I was going to say, I don't want to talk about the pumpkin because I added the pumpkin in there, but I don't have to worry about it. Hello, everyone in the comment section, by the way.
Hi, everyone.
Joining us, I'm going in themes of festivity. So I like that Casey has her little Sam in the background there. I'm going to bring on Krystle on account of she is decked out.
Ooh, hi, Krystle.
Hey, how are you guys? Happy early Halloween.
Happy early Halloween. I appreciate. Now, what happened to are you in a different room or is this still the tiki room?
This is a different room. This is the toy room.
Oh. And now, is the toy room always decorated for Halloween or is it specially set up for today?
It is for this month. So.
Heck yeah. And maybe a little bit of November.
Yes.
All right. Coming in next with, I'm sure, some type of Halloween decoration behind him, Brian. Brian, how are you?
What's up? What's up?
Thank you for making it.
No, it's good to be here. I know there are people who can't make it tonight. Yeah, I mean, really, pick any of these things, I can make it into a costume probably, or do something with it that's entertaining enough. So it's not Halloween yet, but we're doing a Halloween movie. Here we go.
'Tis the season. Oh, let me bring on Joe because he found the newest member of the Zenescope team. He's got CJ.
I have no Halloween accumulates, whatever that word is pronounced. I have nothing but a gray wall, so I got this dude.
His name's CJ, but he's playing the part of Nick the Pirate.
CJ, okay. Making this guest appearance that I know I was going to do, so I'm ill prepared. Although Trick or Treat has fast become my favorite Halloween movie over the last couple of years, so I think I'm well equipped for this movie club, and I love the flowchart.
Yes.
But my first question, can I ask a question about the flowchart to start?
Yes.
Have you done a timing analysis of as the things happen in the movie? Because I was watching it the other night, not knowing I was coming on, and I started to question the timing of the movie, of how the scenes are interconnected.
Also, shout out to Chris Sampson real quick for popping in. The OG movie master himself. Hello, Chris Sampson.
DJ says hi.
But
What's up? What's up, Chris?
Can I put my hand up this puppet's ass?
You can, but the hand entrance is on the back. So I don't know if he would appreciate being violated. So.
Sorry.
Hi, CJ. You got to understand, CJ and I are buddies. We go way back. Him and I did the morning announcements together back in high school.
All right. He's pretty cool.
Yeah. But I had tried some type of linear chart, and it just got to be a little too messy, if you can believe it. just because there's like a lot of stuff, which I think that was by far my favorite part of the movie, because Casey and I agreed when it first started. First off, all right, let me backtrack. Who has watched this for the first time and who is a frequent viewer?
First time.
First time.
Wow. So
Actually,
Why, it
no,
was your
I
first time
lied.
too?
I lied. It's my second time. It's my second time.
God, I've probably seen it about 10 times, I think.
then Joe,
Yeah.
you're the expert here.
Well,
Wow, I
fun
had
fact.
no idea. I've got
I-
to go. I'm late for something.
Well,
I don't
okay,
want to
so
be
I-
expert.
All you
I
can eat
originally-
sushi somewhere.
Yes. I never came back from that last sushi meal. I've been gone for a year. Or more.
You were like the one brother of the Brady kids that went upstairs to get a basketball, never to return.
Is that true? Was there an extra Brady brother?
It was like a cousin or something that went
okay.
upstairs to get a basketball, never to return.
So,
Okay.
fun fact, I actually watched the wrong Trick or Treat first. I watched Trick or Treat with Ozzy Osbourne and Tony. I don't know. It's basically like Detroit Rock City mixed with like Carrie, but then Carrie saves the day at the end. And I assume since we watch a lot of like cult classics and 80s stuff, it was in 86, and so we watched that on stream. We loved it. And then halfway through, stream was like, chat was like, this is the wrong one for Zenescope. I was like, dang it. So
I've never heard of that movie.
yeah, so I
think I know
actually
that exists.
I forgot that I had seen this. Cause I didn't really like it. But I
Spoiler.
paid like $4.90 or $3.99 to like rent it again last night at midnight. So
Amazon.
yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, I want my money back.
Yeah, Bezos got both of us.
Wow.
I'm wondering if I watched the right movie too, because I mean I definitely watched the right movie, but I watched a free like censored version. So they were bleeping out all the curse words, but they didn't like blur any gore. I don't think because it was.
Did you
it
see
was
titties?
still- What?
Did you see titties?
I did. I missed.
Yeah. I got titties in both my Trick or Treat movies.
Wow.
I missed
Casey.
out.
It was a whole. It wasn't just titties. It was a whole werewolf coven orgy
All right,
type.
so we're
deal.
gonna
Oh
have
my
to dive right
gosh!
in.
I gotta watch the movie again.
I want to know why Krystle doesn't like this movie right off the bat.
Right off the bat. So I remember like a year or two ago, I watched it around Halloween time because I was like, oh, this movie looks cool. And I had seen like a lot of cult stuff at conventions with like Sam, the little pumpkin head, whatever
Right.
that thing is. And I was watching it and I just felt like I never read the comics. Okay. So like right off the bat, maybe I'm missing a lot of really cool stuff from the comics. But I felt like the whole werewolf party could have been like and should have been like a separate film. Like that had nothing to do with the bus full of kids or the bus driver. And like, why was the teacher killing people randomly? Like, I just felt like I felt like this movie could have been 10 times better if they had actually seriously focused on the story, because the story itself was like really good and really juicy. Like you have a bus full of kids who are on the mental spectrum somewhere, and their parents are literally paid this bus driver to kill them and like get rid of them, and then they come back to haunt this town. Like that is a solid movie. But bringing in like the werewolves so randomly and like the dad killing the kid and like what, like I felt like that just so
You're
disconnected.
doing a super deep analysis of this.
No, I'm not. Like
I don't think the comics. I don't think the movie was based on a comic. Noah, maybe you've done some research.
Oh yeah. So
Comic came out afterwards.
yeah. So basically, what happened was, and I will say, my first exposure. This is my first time viewing the movie, but I remember when it came out, there was an article in Wizard magazine, and that's how I first like knew about it. But I haven't watched it since. The comic books were supposed to come out alongside the release of the movie. So the movie was scheduled for 2007.
But
for
the
what
artist never turned that shit in.
I don't know what
the movie got shelved. They wouldn't release it, right?
Yeah, for whatever reason, I think some people speculate like they had other horror movies that they wanted to bolster up or, you know, whatever. But the comics, eventually the movie had a DVD release in 2009, and then the comic books afterwards kind of came out alongside it. There are like a continuation of the movie. I think it's more anthology based, but those were put out in a comic book form. And if you go to Kickstarter.com right now, you can find the entire Trick or Treat omnibus.
Oh, okay.
Well, I will back Krystle up on her complete analysis 1000%. I think that if this was something that came out today, this would be a multi-episode series where each story would have been its own episode. So the episode, which was really well written, the part of it about the townsfolk trying to dispatch their unfortunate afflicted children to this bus driver to be driven off, driven off the cliff of a quarry. Really great. The fact, to be honest with you, it was kind of easy once you saw Brian Cox's character that I think that guy is old enough to have been the bus driver. Figured that out pretty quickly. But then the episode about the school principal, finding one victim each year to kill or a couple of victims each year to kill, with the turnabout being that he's training his son to also be a murderer. Very clever. The couple in the very beginning, I thought was like, okay, so you want to clean up now?
Literally, wasn't it because her mom was coming early in the morning or something? And...
Totally understand that. But you should tell your mom, oh, Ma, yesterday was Halloween. Dedoy.
Dedoy.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Merry Christmas. Here's your Christmas gift. Let me take down the tree. No, you can continue opening it. I'm just going to take these things right off. Like, what?
First comment my wife made at the beginning of the movie, but she likes it too. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right. But it's it was well made. The movie generally, technically, well made, well acted, special effects really great. It was that kind of, unless you were getting the wonderful flow chart that is drawn.
Yeah, that wasn't in the film.
Yeah. That wasn't in the film. But if that was given out with in the beginning, that would have been it. I like the fact that the so-called idiot savant girl was like, yo, I'm out. You fuck with me? Sorry, I'm out. I thought that was kind of cool too. But once again, all separate stories that could have been. I get it.
It was
four
movies.
Yeah, and the whole nexus is the town itself. I got it. I got that. It was almost like Creep Show without the chapters.
Yeah. That's a really good way to put it. Yeah.
Okay.
Does
anybody like this movie besides me? Casey liked it.
Yeah, I have to give a hard disagree to both Krystle and Brian. I apologize. But I thought that was the best part of the movie, is that it was an anthology. It was, I don't know, I just was excited to see how each story fit into another and how Sam was going to react to the different characters. And initially, I think I didn't like how short the couple's story was at the beginning, and I did not like the way she died. I don't like body mutilation kind of stuff. So, no. Even censored version, I didn't like it. But
what was the censored version? Just like the lollipop blurred out?
No, the lollipop was still there. I don't think I missed much there. It was more just shock value, but I don't know. I mean, there was blood. I don't know. I need to go back and watch, but I don't know. I just thought it was cool the way that they all intertwined, and I don't have a very long attention span, as we know from my Aliens ratings. So to have a lot of little stories all together in a movie that's under 2 hours, thank you, was good. I liked it.
That was a good timestamp. 1 hour, 22 minutes.
140, perfect. 2.5 hours. Can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
I tried
Sorry,
to watch
Ben
it.
Hur.
I also have texted. Marilyn couldn't be here this evening. She had a death in the family. Her father passed away this week, so she's in Puerto Rico. But she did send me her review, so to speak. And then when we get to the grading, I'll tell you her score.
Just
So
DJ told me he loves it too. I just wanted to let you guys know. I don't know if he loves it. Yeah, sorry.
So she said, I expected not to like the film, but the film, honestly, expecting a 70s, 80s kind of bad acting Halloween horror film, she said. But upon seeing the first scene with Leslie Bibb and Thomas Pinkett, I realized the acting wouldn't be bad. The film felt like Halloween meets The Purge, but interesting how it went in a circle revolving around the same people in the neighborhood and giving their POV of the night. Her favorite part of the whole film was the old man in the scene with the dog dressed in costumes and the mask. And then she gives her rating, but I'll wait for that part of our show.
I 100%
Thank you,
agree with
Brian.
Marilyn. Thank you, Brian. Yes.
There's a lot of 100 and 1,000%. You could agree with her like 80%.
I
9%,
agree
Like we
full-heartedly
okay,
in
all right. Sure.
in the regard that she thought, like, I completely went into the movie thinking it was going to be bad. Like right off the bat, I don't have much expectations, for modern horror movies. That being said, there are some fantastic ones, but on the whole, I was like, all right, what's this, bargain Walmart DVD bin going to be? But again, once they got to the for me personally, when they got to the scene where the dude is doing like a vaudeville, like he's trying to hide the body and his son comes out, he's like, just a minute. And like the dog comes in and he's like, hold on. And then Brian Cox comes out and he's like, don't mind what's going on. I was just like, yo, this is too silly for me to like be angry at it. So where I was ready to be like, yo, screw this movie, I was like, all right, this is a little silly. This is goofy and I can get behind it.
Yeah, definitely tongue in cheek on a lot of the kind of jokes and stuff. The fact in the beginning when that one girl is being attacked by a vampire or whatever, and she's like, help me. And the other couple is like, oh, she's just drunk because she's next to other bloodied people who are drinking. I mean, very funny parts of it, like that were very cleverly written. The fact that he could just lay her body next to other drunken, passed out people. I just feel the next, like the postscript to this film was hilarious because I can imagine the next day the police department going a rash of missing people and mutilated people and just craziness. Like the next day would be a much interesting episode as well.
Yes. And that's the other thing.
Good point.
What were you going to say, Joe?
That's a very good point.
My other thought too was with the school bus, the fact that like nobody wanted to go clean it up. I know that they were trying to, dispose of these kids, but I mean, the bus is right there. The bodies are right there.
Well,
it
had come up for Halloween. It had sank down low. Yeah, they mentioned that part.
That went over my head.
You can't get a bus out of a quarry no matter what you do. It's impossible.
Well, also like
There's
why
no way.
they were like dude was like a fake vampire.
But yeah, it was the father.
But
the principal.
No. The vampire that Snooki Stackhouse takes to the party as her date and then kills them and like rapes them. So like I didn't really understand that part because he was a vampire, but then they took off the fake teeth, so he was just a normal guy who somehow killed the girl with his fangs.
That was the principal. So after he killed the kid and after he killed the trick-or-treater, he dressed up as a vampire and went to the parade, and then that's where she took him. What's his name as an actor? I can't think of it. Am I wrong?
Sure? It was
no, that is the same actor. Yeah, the actor who played the principal who killed the kid and buried him in the backyard and taught his kid.
He got his comeuppance there. That's what.
Yeah, he then had that outfit and went out, and I guess he's a cannibal as well.
That's for me was like, okay,
obvious.
you can either be like the creepy principal that kills kids on Halloween, or you can be the guy in the leather mask, hunting women down. I'm not a criminal mastermind, but it just seems weird to have him be both roles.
Or this could be a technical behind the scenes thing that the actor who first played that vampire at the beginning of the film couldn't show up for the last part of the filming, which was him being revealed and eaten by the werewolf. And they were like, shit, where is so-and-so? I don't know. He couldn't make it. We need somebody. But I just played the principal. It doesn't matter. Just get in the costume.
See, I thought the movie was shelved because of, I don't know if it was I don't know. It was for controversial reasons. I don't know why it got shelved, but I don't think it was because I think there was some kind of controversy around it.
We lost Brian.
Sam got Brian.
Just
Don't
Sam
talk
got
bad about
Brian.
trick or treaters.
Camera.
This is what happens.
It's my camera at the moment. Hang
Although
on.
I do like the Simpsons reference.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it was for me, it was just really disconnected. And I remember watching it like 2 years ago and thinking the same thing, like how, like rewatching it, I can kind of understand why it has a cult following the way it does. Because this movie has like, it's got a pretty good, like there's a lot of merch for this movie. You see a lot of people dressing up as characters in this movie. The lollipop has become like purses, and like just it's really big in the horror community. And I get it's campy, and I like the fact that they're trying to do like the cheesy kind of like 80s camp feel to it. And if you're not taking it seriously, then it's a decent horror movie to watch with friends for Halloween. But as far as like my personal like core Halloween staples, this is probably just not gonna make it in there for me. I honestly liked the Trick or Treat movie from 1986 better than this one. Y'all should all watch that. It's really terrible also, but like
It's really terrible. You can't say also. This movie is great.
Oh, okay.
My mind. I think from a pure entertainment standpoint, so it's not really scary. I'm not scared by it. Like
no.
But I just enjoy watching it. I can watch it over and over again. I think the anthology part, I love anthologies. I don't worry too much. I mean, the stories are interconnected, but they're not, you make a good point with the bus story. I think that's a good point. But I don't know. From an entertainment standpoint, I just like it. I don't have to think about it too much. I like the anthology. I like the quick stories. I thought the acting was really good in it. I thought they had a great cast for what it was. And yeah, that's why I like it.
Yeah,
and that's why CJ likes it.
there's a fly.
CJ likes it too.
I'm sorry, Casey and the flies in the office have a battle that has been raging for it's.
I'm about to leave this room. I hate flies. I'm so sorry.
I thought you got the spider to eat it.
Oh my God, this is so funny.
You're being attacked by a fly.
I don't know.
I
If you look,
fly in the office in like a month.
So what
There
were
was one
okay,
last
so
week.
for the people who actually liked this film, what were your favorite parts about this film? Like what makes
I love
this
the
like
werewolf part. No, I'm just kidding.
oh,
what,
I
like,
actually.
what makes this a staple? I want to know why this has such a cult following. So if you could let me know, that'd be awesome.
Well, I love Sam. I think that monster is very cool.
Kind of cute.
I like the just like we do with Tales of Terror. I like the bad people getting, like I said, their comeuppance. I think that's always really good. Nobody in this movie. You have the kids who are teasing the idiot savant girl and trying to scare her. Is she the only one who lives? The boyfriend lives at the beginning. But all those kids are trying to pull a really nasty prank, and they all get eaten and killed. And I think that's awesome. I think that they should be punished for that.
Well, the theme I see that Sam character looks out for is people who enjoy the Halloween spirit.
Yeah.
The boyfriend said, "Don't blow out the candle, leave it." That's kind of tradition. He lived. The fact that the girl the Idiot Savant Girl, knew the history of Halloween and where it started, and the fact that you have to keep the candle lit in the jack-o'-lantern. That's what keeps the bad spirits away. She knew all of that, so Sam or the zombies and whatever respected that nature. Even at the end, the bus driver, even after Sam was attacking him and he cut it to bits and shotgunned it like who knows how many times, but once he like offered candy, the Sam was like, "Oh shit, yo, this guy's good. I'll leave him be." So
That's
it
my
seems
favorite
like,
part.
right. So the spirit of Halloween, it's all good if you do everything part of the rules of Halloween. But if you're a Grinch on Halloween, yeah, I'm crossing my metaphors. If you're a Grinch on Halloween, you're gonna get, you're gonna get the bad end of a pumpkin lollipop.
Yeah.
So
It's
was
jagged.
I think that's a
Sam
good
one of the original
analogy.
kids who like died in the bus, or is Sam just this like Halloween spirit of this town?
Yeah, so I read the comics, the kind of prequel sequel I think they were more of a prequel comics that came out that Noah was talking about. And he's just he's not one of the kids. He's just like the spirit of Halloween. I think that Brian makes some good points. And if you use Halloween to your advantage in a bad way, you're going to pay the price. And that's kind of what happens to everybody in this story.
Yeah, and in the flashback scene, the bus actually drives by and you see Sam like standing on the side of the road watching the bus go by. But as Scott pointed out in the comments, it's not Sam that kills Brian Cox. It's, his past. So Brian Cox thinks that he's made it out, a couple bandages and, obviously, okay, I've learned my lesson here. Have all the candy you want, kids, go have a happy Halloween. But then they open the door back up and which again, I just like anything, all of the Brian Cox bits, I think were probably my favorite.
Well, yeah, he knows what he's doing. Everybody did their job, but as far as the writing went, I thought the better scenes that were written were definitely had to do with the children in that bus and the driver. Everything else was kind of superfluous, kind of the usual, like, I'm going to cut kids up. Ha, ha, ha. And the only twist to that was, hey, I'm going to teach my son how to carve a jack-o'-lantern. Oh, wait, it's one of the kids' heads. Yo, wow, we're freaky.
Yo, we're freaky.
And then of course the werewolf get together in the woods was obviously like, okay, obligatory titties, yeah.
I literally, I was watching it by myself, and there were a pair of titties in the 1986 film, and I was like, hey, and then there were titties here, so it kept with the Zenescope theme. But yeah, I just like why were there werewolves? Like, I know you shouldn't question these things, but like,
yes, you're questioning too much.
I know, but this town has like real werewolves, and we're focusing on like what? Like, I don't know.
What?
Here's
Noah?
what I want to focus
Explain
on.
it, Noah.
Who the hell is out buying Halloween costumes
The
on
day of
Halloween? And I was gonna say, so
werewolves.
Yeah, werewolves.
But the store was packed. Everybody was there.
And they still had stuff in those girl sizes. Get out of here. That shit smells like the first week.
Have you watched any werewolf movie? They are just in the exact same position of the Hulk. Once they're transforming, whatever they're wearing is shredded. So, of course, they have to buy costumes on the day. Otherwise, it's going to be done. And they don't keep it for the next Halloween because they shredded it from the last time they transferred it to werewolves. I'm making that story even more interesting just talking.
That's right. And see, but that's why, like, I was pissed off at it at the beginning when I saw him getting Halloween costumes.
But then
they were werewolves, and I was like, okay, it works. They're shredding their skin too, which is pretty gnarly. But then that's when I was like, well, hold on. There was a little kid in the Halloween store. There was a mom in the everybody and their mother literally was buying Halloween costumes, and it was just aggravating. That's all I gotta say.
Maybe it's those
okay, so they kill
shoppers.
Well, then they kill like the people who are bad, but like the guy ringing them up how do they know he's bad? The two guys that they invited to come to this party, like they literally just met them. They know no backstory. So they're just killing like random people. And Sam's like, yeah. And you're like, no.
Maybe the
No.
werewolves are Mennonites and this is their Rumspringa or something.
Well, they weren't dressed in
Hold on, I gotta
Halloween.
write that down.
The werewolf
Rumspringer.
scene, yeah. Now, I mean, yeah, it's not fitting in as well as it should, but
No.
but they
It's so
still
out of place.
maybe because werewolves are just Halloween type creatures. They have some special. They get a pass.
Hmm.
They
Make
get
sure
a
you get
pass.
the
I
right
feel like
instead of
this
no.
movie gets a lot of passes.
Also,
Oh, you'll be watching it again next Halloween, and slowly it'll creep up your list.
the two men weren't wearing Halloween costumes when they met them, so maybe that's why Sam was okay with this. They were working. They were at their job.
Yeah,
He had
yeah.
elf
News
ears.
people. Yeah, the news
And-
people.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy loves Halloween. He worked at a Halloween store.
that's
Well, that was
Spreading
Halloween.
Halloween
Yeah.
cheer to everyone.
Right. That was the Halloween clerk. It was the two news producers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then they were handing off the guy dressed as a baby to Anna Paquin. I was like, okay.
Well, he deserved to die for sure. If you dress up like a baby,
I agree.
That's done. That's
Right,
our
you
line.
can't dress up like an overgrown baby on Halloween. That's
Yeah,
Everybody
I literally
knows.
tried.
Everybody knows that that's for Easter or New Year's Eve.
right.
I actually tried to watch YouTube videos explaining this movie because the movie ended and I was just like, what the hell did I just watch? Like none of it really made sense to me. And I probably put like 4 or 5 minutes into a few videos and they were doing a terrible job explaining this as well. So I was just like, I just don't think this movie is very great, but it does have a lot of
It
people
has
who
a
really like it.
following. It has a following. Hey, I've been part of movies that people hate as well, but has a huge following.
All that matters.
That's different. Those are good movies.
Mhm.
Casey, I'll give you another $20 if you can come to more defense of it.
I swear to
Oh.
God, I wish we could pull Ralph in on this one just to give his
Oh,
opinion. Because
I
I have
guarantee.
a funny
he-
feeling
Oh,
he would be
oh,
like, "This is awful."
I'll give you the Ralph thing. I'll give you the Ralph review. There's no mobsters in it. It's horrible.
He
I
literally
actually
he-
have the Ralph review.
Oh,
Okay.
dude,
Oh,
Yeah, hold
he
on.
apologized to me for making me watch it.
Oh my gosh.
where's my
So
apology?
he said, I won't insert his score. Blank is my score. It's decent enough horror anthology. Not really scary, but it's watchable. Not much else to say.
Thanks,
I
Mel.
feel like honestly, I've been like kind of worried about this podcast because I'm like, what do I say about it? It was like Halloween trash
You
candy
guys are
that
starting to
people
make me
still
rethink
like.
my love of this movie, but I don't think I can get off it. I think I really enjoy it.
No,
I know.
it's enjoyable.
I like the candy analysis. This is the candy corn of Halloween movies. It's out every year. People like to watch it. It's around. If it's in the bowl, people go, "Do you really eat it?" No, you
No.
don't really eat it.
I love
never-
I
candy
eat
corn.
the candy corn all the time.
But that's
Oh
the
my
thing.
gosh,
The
and that's
people
why
who
you
love
love
candy
this
corn
movie.
love
And that's
candy
why you
corn.
love this movie.
There you
Wait,
go.
Noah, do you like
makes sense.
candy corn?
There you go.
I do
This
like-
movie
I
is
like-
for candy corn eaters.
Oh my God, Casey, do you like candy corn?
I love candy corn.
I figured it out. I figured it out. This
Yeah.
movie is the candy corn eater Halloween movie.
Krystle,
Yeah,
absolutely,
do
that's
you like
perfect.
candy corn?
Do I?
Yeah.
Dude, not really. I'll take the two
Wow.
white tips, make vampire fangs, laugh
Yes.
about it, and then I'll eat it, and then I'm done.
And then I'm good for another 365 days. It's
Pretty
perfect.
much,
I
dude.
really
It-
don't
it
like
makes me
candy corn,
sick.
No.
but-
Like, I don't.
Okay,
really-
he says he doesn't.
I really don't like candy corn, but I'll eat it.
And this movie, I'm sure you don't really like
I
this
do,
movie,
I like
but
it
you'll
so
watch
much.
it.
I love it for some reason. I don't. Now that all these, even all of your problems with it aren't pushing me
You
off.
know another problem that I really had opening scene? The dude has one porn VHS that he watches over, like that's his tape.
It's 2007.
Is
what,
that
what the hell is he
normal?
doing watching porn on a VHS tape?
Is that
Nice.
normal?
It was very weird, especially like in the credits, because I watched the credits and it was like, special thanks to, and Vivid was thanked. I was like,
Oh,
what?
really?
Right. The
Wait, did
small
they show
segment of
it?
porn, I forgot. Oh yeah, that's
Yes,
the
baby.
uncensored version.
I missed so much of this
Dude,
movie.
you missed
First
the
20 minutes
porn.
of the movie
It was
are
chicken porn, Casey. You missed chicken porn.
Yeah.
You should when you put
Oh,
up
no.
the Zenescope chart and you give this rating, yours should have an asterisk next
It
to it.
really should.
Clean version.
Yeah.
So if you didn't see if you saw the other version, it would only be better, Kate.
I agree. That I'm gonna
Yes.
add a few points. Don't
Yes.
worry, Joe.
Yes. Another
The
20 bucks
nerds-
coming your way.
Wait, he said the Nerds candy corn is the only good kind. I didn't even know Nerds made their own specific candy corn.
Nerds
I'm
like
not-
Willy
So is it-
Wonka?
Is it like tart, like Nerds? Because then I'd eat it then, because I like the tart Nerds. But
Yeah.
Ugh.
candy corn as a nerd, that's weird.
Yeah, people in chat. Are you guys like do you have like one specific movie that you just keep coming back to? Like, is that like, I'm still stuck on this. I'm sorry. Like,
Have you guys watched this new The Mortuary Tales or Mortuary Collection? Have you watched that movie yet?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, that's homework for everybody. Go watch
Homework.
it. Let me know.
I watched 2 Trick or Treat movies.
Don't you love Halloween? It's a scare. Or don't you love horror movies? I mean, it's.
I
I want to get some
So
feedback.
I
on
like
this one now.
twisted mind horror movies. Like the ones that like, and I am not gonna lie, I do like jump scares, but like my heart can't take it all the time. But I like ones that like are really, really effed up. Like, and that's what I'm
Give an
saying. Like, dude,
example.
I would have loved this if it was like, I want to know like why the parents sent these kids to die. I wanted to know like more of like, I wanted to see more of the kids like really like in their lives and like the town like hating them and pushing them away. And then you know what? If the kids came back and like the kids killed people and instead of the werewolves, like that would have been amazing. And if the kids like killed people who put out the candles, like I mean, I guess Sam kind of did, but like, yeah, no. I want to see more like messed up stuff, not goofy. I'm a werewolf and I'm gonna show you my titties and peel off my skin for special effects, like randomly. Like, yeah.
I have
With a
question.
Marilyn Manson cover of the
Casey has a
Eurythmics.
question.
Did-
Question for Casey.
Did any of the jump scares get to anybody? No.
No, because here's the thing. You can tell, like, okay, it's either going to be a fake jump scare or it's going to be a real jump scare. Because anytime the music stops and the hand goes in, they're either going to pull something back, they're either going to turn the corner, the bus is going to come up. It's, I don't like them, not because they scare me, but just
I
because
don't. There wasn't a lot of jump scares in this movie, right?
No, but the
Which
one at the beginning got me.
I mean, I think one of the things that I like about it, I'm not a big gore fan for the sake of gore, and there wasn't a lot of gore in this movie, and I think I don't know, it's again, I find it entertaining. I don't find it super scary. I don't analyze it too much. It entertains me. I like the different stories. I like the anthology feel of it. There's something about it. That's why it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
were there was no other sequel to this or prequel or anything?
No, just the comics. Yeah, just the comics.
Right.
And again, when did it come out, Noah? In like 2007 it was supposed to come out?
supposed to come out in 2007, didn't get a release till 09.
Yeah, I think they might not have released it at the time because of the child killing, the kids dying in it. Because that was like now that's, and we're looking at every show a kid is getting killed now. I remember we were pitching Neverland around that time around Hollywood, and like every producer or studio we met with was like, you can't kill kids, and then like the next year everybody was killing kids. So,
Yeah, we save kids killing for schools in real life.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But I want to do some research on why it was shelved, because I think that, and then I think the director was kind of like blacklisted, but I could be making shit up. I don't know.
Although I do think he recently did the only other movies that I recognize that he did was Godzilla King of Monsters. The
Oh, really? He was the director?
it popped up on Google. Sometimes they lie to me, and it's somebody's just a producer or
Yeah.
you know, a credit, but they give the little poster picture, and I get excited.
Well, I mean, it was strong enough of a story to be pitched to and successfully casted in Anna Paquin, Brian Cox. You had Timo Pinkett, who was part of the Battlestar Galactica series back then. What's her name? Bibb is another one who did a lot of work in Hollywood as well. What was her name again?
The principal. He's
Leslie Bibb, and the
Bibb.
principal's been in quite a few comedies, especially. So
yeah.
It had what was the budget on this? Do you know at all?
I think it was only like 10 million.
10? Wow.
I think that's what I remember by looking at, but I think that's what it was.
And most of that was spent on the werewolf scene that we didn't even need. I was not annoyed that I watched the wrong movie, kid.
What would you give the rating of the not part of this night movie?
The what?
The movie, the other Trick or Treat. What would you give that?
I liked it so much more, dude. I would probably give that one, like, because of the time, the 86, and like it did have a lot of rape culture stuff, which I wasn't cool with, but like due to the times, it was what it is. I would probably give that one, like, it had so much like heavy hair metal shit. I would probably give that like a 5 out of 10.
Look at that bonus round. I like it.
What? Okay, did you see the werewolf twist coming?
Did I see it coming?
Yes.
No, but when it happened, I was like, why? Like,
Right. Well, yeah,
but they did kind of like. Oh, go ahead,
I'm sorry.
Brian.
When I saw it happening, I'm like, oh shit. I thought the whole main focus then was going to be them, like that
yeah,
they were going
same.
to start with this party and then work their way through the town. And then when it kind of didn't continue from that point, I'm like, oh, this is just werewolf frat boys or sorority girls. What? That all right? Whatevs.
Yeah, I really thought like I didn't think the kids were gonna come back. I thought the werewolves, exactly, Brian. I thought the werewolves were gonna be the ones who have been like, we're gonna terrorize the town, and like this whole Halloween thing was like that, like the werewolves night, and like
Right.
I thought Sam might have been like a werewolf, like the king of the werewolves, because like they were like watching like good, good job, and so I was like, and then it like had Sam's head with the moon, and so I was like, oh, the thing must be a werewolf underneath that's gonna go eat everybody. And then the end to the werewolf chapter. And so
Right.
I was just, I was left like
It
very
Then it should have been zombie children's from the bus crash versus werewolves.
there you go. That would have been tight. That's what the sequel's gonna be.
So
There
I
you
gotta
go.
get this straight. I gotta get this straight. So Casey, so you asked me to be on this with that I love this movie, Torn to Pieces.
I've only defended this movie.
Yeah.
You're like, come on, it'll be so much fun.
Just because you didn't get a chance to have your sushi tonight, thus you
I'm
couldn't.
like, me and CJ, we're gonna go get some sushi, and now we're here. Now we're here.
The one night he doesn't get his sushi, he gets a little hangry. Listen, this is every night. There's always a discussion like this where not everybody enjoys the film. If you,
Most of the time, Ralph hates it. I love it.
Unless you actually produced the film, actually were in the film, actually directed, righted, co-starred, was one of the victims the werewolves ripped apart, you have no skin in the game, sir. Relax. It's all good.
Well, here's the big revelation. I did write that movie. No, I'm just kidding.
It was actually a Zenescope book.
Yes. We published that comic. Damn it.
Well, now you know where you could take the movie and into the publishing end of it, where it goes from there.
Yeah.
You could also
It'll be
do
like
what
the
I
next
do.
Twilight. It'll be the next Twilight. Vampires versus, lichen versus werewolves. Come on.
So when Noah or Ralph gives the movie a score I don't like, I just increase my score. So like Fifth Element would have been like a 4.5, but I had to give it a hard 5 because I just disagreed. It was I call them spite scores. So if you want to give it a
Barbarella.
spite score, Barbarella was a spite score.
You
know what? If we go back every episode since Barbarella, I think Barbarella is brought up at least once in every episode since then. Either we either say
Yes.
love, we either start with love or goodbye with love or whatever. But Barbarella has stuck with us throughout every show. Those
It's the
if
best.
you haven't seen the Barbarella show, go back, find the old
Yes.
episode.
And
I'll have
again,
to go. It's been a while since I watched Barbarella itself, so maybe I'll have to watch that.
and I do think it says something for Barbarella. Something, I
Mhm.
don't know what it is, but it says it.
They're remaking
And now a
Barbarella,
sequel,
right?
yeah.
They're remaking it.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, they are.
I heard
They are.
that, but I wasn't sure if that was like real or not.
I
No,
think
they
it's-
are.
Can you imagine
do it.
with like
And I wasn't cast. What the?
Barbarella with lens flare and dark, oversaturation?
I'd see Barbarella with Halle Berry. I'd see that. I'd pay for that.
Ooh.
It's,
All right, we'll need to have
it's
a-
Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria is gonna be.
Or that.
Yeah,
I don't know her.
she's good. She's cute.
Barbarella, Psychedella, Scuba Doo.
All right, favorite scene and then unfavorite scene. What do you think?
Yep.
Yep, Sydney Sweeney.
Someone start it.
Noah, start.
Favorite scene, like I said, the Brian Cox versus Sam. I just thought that was done, especially because, like what Brian said, as soon as he gets the candy, Sam, goes off, and Brian's just like, the hell? Like, what? And then it cuts to him just being all beaten up and bandaged, begrudgingly handing out candy. I just thought that it was very well put together. Least favorite scene, probably the beginning. I'm also not a big Marilyn Manson fan, so it was just like, all right, I get it. You need something edgy and cool to be playing while these girls rip their skins off. But I don't know. Honestly, God, I think all of the I like that all of the scenes, like, yes, I want to know more about the bus kids. Yes, I want to know more about the werewolves, but it just gives you a little teeny tiny taste.
Like trick or treating with the candy.
There you go.
Candy.
That
And
was a good
there's-
analogy for the movie. It makes me feel like I like it a little tiny pinch more.
And there's so many other stories that are taking place on Halloween, but we just won't be able to get to all of them.
Right.
Mhm.
Casey,
Case.
what was your favorite scene?
I think my favorite scene was actually the part with the principal and his son, only because I was genuinely convinced he was going to kill his own kid. Like, I was like, because it was so early on in the movie and you had no idea like where this movie was going to go. I really was like, oh my gosh, he's going to kill his own kid too. Like this kid's annoying. He's just going to, and even with the blood with the knife, like it got me so much that I was like, oh, and now he's in on it. Okay. Like that twist actually I thought was pretty really well done actually. Least favorite scene would probably also have to be the beginning for me as well. Her trying to take down the Halloween decorations didn't really make sense. And again, I don't really like people's heads getting cut off. So, and like, I don't like when they're like, if they're cut off and they like roll away, that's fine. But then like when people like put stuff in the mouth or do stuff with the eyes, that grosses me out. So I did not like that.
The reveal with the hand, though,
That was smart. Yeah, I liked that. That was cool. But yeah, those are mine.
Krystle.
Oh wait. Asterisk. It might have been the werewolf scene, but I don't know. I don't know.
You never will.
Asterisk. I love it. Yeah, my favorite scene was definitely like going back in time to the, I guess like maybe like 50s or 60s with the school bus. And I loved it. Like, again, I'm so for that movie. I'm ready to watch it. And my least favorite scene by far, the werewolves. I feel like we could just cut that out of the movie and it would be so much better. The end.
For me, my favorite scene was the telling of the backstory of the bus load of kids that the town wanted to get rid of. I thought it was really interesting. Obviously, we've said it a few times in this so far this episode. As far as least favorite, that beginning scene, only because it was so out of ordinary, and it's just who puts away their stuff while the kids are still, not only that, the kids are still trick-or-treating. It's not like
Her
it's
name
3
was Karen.
She was a Halloween Grinch, like you said.
Yeah, and I get
The
that.
price.
But
it
even
was
if you're
yeah, it just didn't. It just felt disjointed. Yeah, she got her comeuppance and all, but at the same time, like, okay, but there's a rest of a night that someone's gonna come up to this place and be like, "Yo," and then the VHS tape porn. Come on, man. 2007.
I think we're discounting the jack-o'-lantern, the part the jack-o'-lanterns played in the entire movie, because I think that they were a huge part, keeping them lit. But I agree, my least favorite scene too was the beginning. I think it was kind of, I couldn't see that. Noah, show me again.
Oh, it was. I gave Casey crap earlier because I thought that the pumpkin overcomplicated the flow chart. But you are correct. They did play a central. Everybody had a pumpkin at some point.
But favorite scene was the bus scene for sure, and them going down in the quarry and the kids getting killed. But I still love the werewolf scene, and I like Marilyn Manson. I like that song at least. Don't like Marilyn Manson, but I like the song.
It's just I love covers of songs, and that was just I don't know, a cover I couldn't get behind.
Okay.
What song was it? I already forgot.
Sweet Dreams.
Sweet Dreams.
Yeah.
By
Oh
T.
yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
You're gonna.
Let's
I'm
rate
gonna
it.
play it in the office every day now for the next week, all day long.
Someone's gonna get found, gonna get found buried in a bus at the end of some quarry. Just saying.
I'll throw myself into a quarry if that's the what we're gonna be doing from here on out.
Right.
Casey, put up the Zenescope chart.
Zenescope.
Well, unfortunately, I got logged out of the StreamYard, so I am a guest. But Noah has
Noah
still has host privileges.
All right, let's see if
Dude, yeah, the kid puking the chocolate lava was just like, I was eating like a lot of cereal with milk at that point, and it was my third bowl.
my
Don't
gosh.
judge me. And that I like almost.
Yeah, this sounds
threw
like
up.
more of a personal problem than.
They didn't censor that. I had to watch the whole throw.
Yeah, that was a little much.
Okay, so
There should be 6 charts. I went crazy this
do you want me
month.
to put them in, like, show them in chronological order?
Let's
It's
find out.
like-
I don't think they are in chronological order, but let's find out.
The kid vomiting the chocolate reminded me of the Stand By Me story about the pie eating.
Yeah.
Augusta, save some room for later.
Eh. Augustus, I like it. Okay, here they come. Here are your charts. This one says number 1 on it.
Okay. So this is everybody's favorite movie and least favorite movies.
Mhm.
By the numbers.
Yes.
All right, here's number 2.
This is movies based on the biggest fan or biggest hater. I did not change it to harshest critic because I got so much crap for calling
Eh.
everyone haters.
Biggest hater, I feel like is worse. But that's okay.
It's funny.
I'm
I see-
expecting Ralph to get another biggest hater for this one. Maybe not. I don't know. This is everybody's average scores. As we can see, Ralph is very critical.
These are some nice
Crystal's-
numbers, though.
Krystle usually likes them.
Usually.
Usually.
Tonight's gonna be different.
Scores coming down tonight.
All right, here's number 4.
This is each movie.
Fifth Element was so close, but Pirates got it beat still.
Yeah.
That blows my brain.
Do you think that Pirates should be higher or that Fifth Element should be higher?
I think Fifth Element should be higher.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm at least on par. Can we go in and just round that 14 up to a 29?
It really should.
That was a spite score from me too.
Oh, see, not true
Yeah.
feel.
Because you don't like the Fifth Element?
No, I
No,
loved it. I would have given it a 4.5 at the very minimum, but I bumped it to a 5 because I didn't like Noah's analysis.
What?
I'm sorry.
What did I don't even remember.
You
my
know what?
It wasn't
You know what?
it wasn't
You know
above
what?
a 4.
Now hearing this, you get to go first, so you don't have to figure out how to spike
Yeah.
score.
Ooh.
I've only given
We're gonna
one
stop
fight
this
score.
right now.
Hell
better
yeah.
go
Away,
First
Casey.
one.
Get it away.
So, Casey, what are you voting?
Do you need to see your previous score numbers?
You should be able to infer what these people are going to score this.
I know. Now you guys are gonna fight score me.
Mm.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna give it.
Now the pumpkin's on the other foot.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 asterisk because it would have been a 4. It really would have been a 4. But I feel like I missed a lot. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5 asterisk and bump it up.
Wow. Who's next? I have
Krystle.
Marilyn. I have Marilyn.
Oh, let's read Marilyn's.
Marilyn gave it a 3.5.
Okay.
Ooh.
0.5.
Not bad. That's average.
Casey, should I be writing these down?
I'll go into the charts.
Well, you gave it a 4.5 and Marilyn gave, or you gave it a 4.5, Marilyn gave it a 3.5.
Correct.
And Krystle?
I will give this movie a 2.5.
Ooh.
What's the
Spice
highest we
score
can do?
coming.
5? The highest is a 5?
5.
Yeah, 2.5. It was like half a movie and half of something else.
Yeah.
Wow.
Joe?
I have to go now. I'm going last. I'm going last.
All right,
You're
but no
not
spite
You're not
scores.
spite scoring
I'm
this
spite
as 5.
scoring. I am spite scoring.
Wow.
You realize you have
Now,
one movie.
I'm not
that
going
you've-
to change my score. It is what it is. But I'm still going to go last.
Okay. I'll go. I'll agree with Krystle on this. 2.5.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
I may change my score.
What?
What's Ralph's score? Did he give a score?
So
3.0.
it's kind of a funny story. So I asked him last week when he told me he couldn't make it, and he told me a 2.75. And then I asked him I copied him on the email today, and he's like, it's a 2.5. And I said, your score decreased. And he went, ugh, fine. 2.75. So I'm putting it in as a 2.75.
Okay. All right.
That is
Ugh.
Yeah, and chat, can we get y'all's, please? Everyone in chat, please put down what you
Chat doesn't
personally
mean that.
think
No,
of
we're
this
not
film.
counting chats.
We're not
No
putting
chat.
it down. I'm
Unless
just
it's a
curious
5.
for
If it comes
myself.
with a 4.5 or
Actually-
higher, we can count it.
Actually, if you do, this is accurate. If you put in your score, you'll get entered to win the NCW book this week. That is the stipulation. So,
Oh,
chat, go ahead,
Hell
please.
But if
Hell
you
yeah.
put in less than a 4, your name will be stricken.
no more books.
Wow. We never squash opinions on the show,
Right.
Joe. Come on.
Never.
Well, that's why I don't come on anymore.
There's no threats. You don't threaten people. Are you sitting outside of a voting box with a gun? Come on, stop with the intimidation.
Yes. I see the way the world is changing, and this is the way we need to do things.
Man, Philadelphia is getting harsh.
Bad things happen in Philly.
A lot of
all
people
over.
are doing 3s, 3.5, 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't see any 4s?
I saw 1 4 something.
Okay.
Chris
No.
Sampson gave it a 6, I think.
Good boy,
Is Chris
Samson.
Kidd?
Oh, Kyle with a 4.95.
Good
I
job,
see it.
Kyle.
I see a couple of double D's. Wait, that's a different one.
Noah, what's your score?
I'm going to give it a solid 3. Like I said, I think what I appreciated most about it was that it was just small little stories. I think you could have gone the straightforward route, but everybody goes the straightforward route. So I appreciated the anthology. I appreciated the comedic elements of it. But at the end of the day, it's not perfect. So I'm going to give it a 3. Right on there with some of my other.
Did we get Sun's choice on this?
I did not hear back from Sun, unfortunately.
I would have loved to have heard
He
her.
told me
I
that he
bet Son
thought
would have loved this movie.
she sent me an email and her score was a 5.
Oh, okay.
Very
Oh,
weird.
really?
Yeah, it was. She loves something about she loves werewolves, especially when they don't fit into the overall arcing story. I don't know.
No, that sounds like her.
If we don't have her here with her vote, at least we have her cover art. Am I right?
Correct.
Let's see it.
Are you going to show it?
You didn't get
Joe
Joe's
has.
score.
We haven't gotten Joe's score yet.
I'm going to Casey, what did you give it? A 4.5?
Asterisk, yes.
Okay, I got to go 4.5 then. I was thinking of going a little bit lower, but to me, very entertaining movie. I'm not going to think about it too deeply. I like the actors. I like the Marilyn Manson song. I thought it all. Maybe I got to look at the flow chart, but I thought it just flowed very well for an anthology. That was a lot of interconnected stories. I never stopped and thought, what's going on? And it flowed very well for me. I was entertained the whole time, and I really enjoyed the movie. So 4.5.
All right.
4.5. Locked and loaded.
Which makes the average score a 3.32.
Oh, it's not great.
Not great.
You know, Joe, I was gonna give it a 2. So
All right, so I talked you up half a point.
Ooh, so somewhere between The Crow and
And
Aliens.
aliens.
no, this is higher than The Crow. This is wrong.
See, The Crow, yeah, The Crow is a great movie. I like
Oh,
that,
brother.
but different type to me.
Well, let's see something about this movie that's a 5, and that's the cover art by Sun.
Brian is pulling all the
Love
weight.
it.
I love it.
Transitions.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, here it comes. Drum roll. Ba-dum!
Yeah.
Oh.
I like the lollipop. That's a good idea.
Very nice.
Oh, that's funny. I get it. I didn't get it at first. I get it now.
I like how Sun has been incorporating the dragons. I like how she did it with the Aliens cover, and I like how she did it here with the lollipop too.
Yeah, I think Pirates might be one of my favorites with them.
So I'm trying to think, is that the outfit that Anna Paquin wore?
It's Sam. It's like a
Yeah, it's
sexy
like the
Sam.
stitchy. Yeah.
Sexy Sam.
It's a sexy Sam. See, you just got to wear a sexy dress from the Sam's head thing, and done. Sun knows how to do Halloween costumes.
But she's also got the whole background, and that's one thing that I think we focus too much on the girl and not enough on the background. Look at that gradient.
Well, it's very similar to the actual poster cover. So
Yep.
Right. That's why I admire a lot about it.
I
And,
like that it's Cindy too.
And people can order this now, right?
Yes. Brian, do we need to start paying Brian?
Yeah.
I know Ralph's not here, so sometimes things can get askew.
View askew.
You know, I think I might have picked this movie for this as one of them.
Just curious, was it next to a tuna roll, or did you go full out sushi boat when you thought about this movie?
Full out.
This guy.
Listen.
Now I want sushi.
See?
Yeah,
And
right.
what is next week or next month's movie?
So you shall. Sushi. I guess, Brian. All right. Do I do it quick? Just
What
a
is
little-
next month's movie? in
No,
case
you can show it. Jennifer's
Boom.
body.
Jennifer's body.
Jennifer's body. Okay.
Jennifer's body, more like Jasmine's body.
Okay, Jennifer's body.
I don't think
Megan-
I've seen this one.
Megan
Uh,
Fox.
Megan
2000.
Fox.
Oh.
It's not better than Trick or Treat, so I'm going to be very interested to see the scores. That's just my opinion.
Yay! Who picks these films?
He just said it. He does.
That wasn't me. I didn't pick Jennifer's body. I don't think. I think that was Casey.
Casey.
Oh yeah, I definitely chose it. I was still an intern when the decision
you
was
had
made.
some pull.
Blaine.
All right. I would like to be on call when we do the next year's. Y'all already did it, didn't you?
Can we do
We don't-
Mean
we
Girls?
don't-
What are you
Bangers
call?
next
Okay,
year.
that's a good idea.
I want to be on call.
We're
I
gonna
know
do it-
good movies.
I don't think we did it. I don't think we've done next year's yet. Yeah. Okay. Anybody
Yeah.
else want to give their opinion?
Yeah, Brian's also a
Yeah,
a
I mean,
very
to be
good
honest with
movie
you,
buff.
That's what the end of the year show should be, is then we discuss and have
Yes.
a kind
You
of
guys
debate.
can come up, so that's a great idea. I will
Yes.
put this out there now. I won't be there. I'll be eating sushi, Christmas sushi roll. But if you guys, give a list. Everybody should give a list of their top 12 movies that they want to review for next year, and then we can blend them together. Mix up. They have to have a certain genre. They either have to be horror, sci-fi, fantasy. Stick to those genres. And we were trying to stick in a certain decade, but I don't think
that did not work at all.
It's all out the damn window now.
We had like 60s, 70s to like the 2007. Like what?
Yes. This is what happens when I leave to eat sushi. Everything falls apart.
Next year I think we
At
should
least
do
in the movie
a solid 80s.
Okay. There you go. It's in
I
your,
like 80s.
it's in your hands. You can't complain.
Possibly.
To be honest with you, it'd be a fantastic list, and I'm just telling people out there, go take a look at what movies came out in 1994. I'm not self-plugging. I'm just saying, look at all the films that came out in 94. You'd be like, yo, this is a solid list of good movies. Same thing with music. Look at the Billboard charts of all.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Brian, literally my best friend and I had this conversation like 2 weeks ago, and 94 is like this magical year that can never be repeated ever. Cinematically, musically, like 94
Holy
is seriously
cow.
like a time capsule. And
Yep.
I had like an hour-long conversation
What's the
with my
top movie
friend.
and the top song from 1994?
And you know what? I think it was like
Throw it out.
84 or 86 was a magic year
Off the
too.
top of my head.
Well, here, let me just give you some right now. This isn't next year's list. These are just from 94, but we got The Mask, Leon the Professional, Pulp Fiction, True Lies, Clerks, Ace Ventura, Shawshank Redemption,
Like there hasn't been a bad one yet.
Forrest Gump, Ed Wood. What else?
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List. The Street Fighter movie, for God's sakes.
All right, that's all. Street Fighter movie is out. We're going to do that.
Tons. Tons.
Lion King.
Interesting.
It's a
Yeah.
weird
And
year.
The Crow.
Yeah, and The Crow.
Yeah, Christopher, you're right. The monster movies from the 30s are some of my favorites. Like
Yes.
Creature is
You will never get Ralph to watch any of those movies. He
I
doesn't
can
know
see
what
that. He doesn't have the
know what
attention
black and
span.
white is. He doesn't even know it exists.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. The Creature from what's the? Some of them have some crazy names though. It's like Creature from a
The
Thousand
Blob.
Planets.
The Blob.
Yo, the Blob's phenomenal. But if we're
Body
just going down the
Snatchers.
list, but I'm
I mean,
trying
if you're going to do classic Universal monsters, it's simple. It's the Dracula,
Frankenstein,
the werewolf, the mummy,
Wolfman,
Bride
Bride of Frankenstein.
of Frankenstein, Abbott and Costello,
Invisible Man.
Invisible Man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, sweet.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
Thanks,
And I'm excited for next month because I've never seen that film.
There you go.
I've never seen it in its entirety. I've always seen bits and pieces.
All right, before everyone goes, I need everybody's number one October cannot pass without me watching this Halloween movie.
Hocus Pocus every year. Staple.
It's a good one.
Casey?
Exorcist.
Oh, you're Exorcist, Brian? Casey?
I was also going to say Hocus Pocus, unfortunately,
classic.
but it is a good one.
Joe?
Beetlejuice.
Scooby-Doo Monster Island. No, I don't know. I have to think.
I do love that too, Joe.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
I mean, I've been watching Trick or Treat every year. That's been, but I watch a ton of Halloween. We're watching Halloween movies every night. So
The chat has a whole bunch of great movies here. The Shining, Werewolf in London.
I still have never seen
The
Killer
Thing.
Clowns
I'm gonna
from
go.
Outer
I
Space.
usually watch the Thing's probably my favorite horror movie. Yeah.
Mm.
You can't go wrong with any of the Carpenter movies,
Right.
any of the Stephen King movies, things like that.
Silence of the Lambs.
Another
It's
good
one
one.
of my favorites.
Yeah.
Or is that a Christmas movie? Just
Hmm.
kidding. Just
Yeah, and of course I love like any of the Freddy, Jason, like those are all classics that I love to come back to. Mike Myers, like I love those. Scream.
so if you're gonna have a couple of drinks, Evil Dead is a hilarious movie.
They're
Oh.
apparently they remade it. Scary in like 2013.
Yeah,
And
I
Bruce
saw that.
Campbell, I either starred in it or directed it. I've never seen it, and I just found out about it. Like, did any of you guys know about it?
When I was looking up information on Trick or Treat today, I saw that come up as a recommended movie, and I quick flipped through. No Sam Raimi, no Bruce Campbell.
Oh,
If-
okay. Maybe Bruce Campbell directed it.
Maybe because I didn't see his picture come up at all.
Yeah.
I
I,
also
I and apparently like it's not supposed to be funny. Like apparently they tried to make it like an actual horror film. So I don't
chat
know. I
seems-
haven't
the
seen it. I
chat
just
seems to like
heard
it.
about it and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
I've
the
been
chat-
wanting to watch Cabin in the Woods this year. I haven't seen that in like a year or two, so I'm gonna watch
I
it.
watched Black Phone that just came out because I
That's
like
good.
Blumhouse has like good stuff, but it's got like the duds too. But I was really excited with Black Phone. And then I watched it and it was kind of like Trick or Treat, like it could have been 3 different movies. And supposed to do all this crazy stuff, so I didn't really like it. But
I liked it.
you liked it?
I like Black Phone. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Krystle and we're not on the same page for movies. Okay.
That's true. That's true. But yeah.
All right. So next month, do we have a date yet?
Great
For-
question.
Jennifer's Bob. Just curious.
DJ will be there.
What's he doing?
Oh, Barbarian, dude! Barbarian is probably either gonna be my tonight or tomorrow night movie. Probably tomorrow night movie. I have been waiting for Barbarian to come out for like 3 months. Have any of you guys seen it?
Have not.
My son saw it. He liked it.
Dude, I'm so stoked. But like, this is probably like I probably will not stay at Airbnb after this film.
I saw Smile last week. I like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I haven't seen that one yet either.
Smile is good.
Yeah.
But you will probably hate it
Maybe
or not like it.
we'll see. I'll let you know.
Going on the list for next year.
Anybody have anything to plug for the near future?
Go ahead.
Oh, I think it's November 18th for Jennifer's Body, unless
Nice.
that gets changed.
That's very
Yeah.
early.
Yeah, that does seem early.
I am starting to sell the Christmas ornaments on Twitch. So I sell them online. So you can go to like my Instagram. I'll be talking about it probably this next week. I am selling Christmas ornaments early. That way you get them in time for your treat. And I'll be streaming on Twitch. So yeah, that's it. Krystle Starr X. You know where to find me.
I'll be at the pharmacy in Oklahoma City and in Edmond, Oklahoma this weekend. On Saturday, we are bud tending at a dispensary. So come on by, meet myself, Jeff Anderson, Trevor Furman, all from the Clerks 2, 3 movies. And if you can qualify to get a card, get yourself some medicinals.
Do you know
Yes.
the name of the dispensary?
Are you gonna be there Saturday?
Yeah, it's the It's the pharmacy.
okay.
The
Pharmacy.
S
Gotcha.
SARMC in both Edmond, Oklahoma, and in Oklahoma City. We are spending I think the first 4 hours in Edmond, and then we go to Oklahoma City. You can go to my Instagram or my Twitter page to find out more information.
Awesome. All right. Is that Saturday or Sunday?
Just Saturday only.
Just Saturday only? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I may or may not see you.
See you then.
Oh. And Brian is going to be in the comic strip that I'm releasing either tonight or tomorrow. He hasn't seen it yet. It's the one I messaged you on Instagram about like 2 weeks
Right.
ago. We finally finished it.
Right
and
on.
it just, huh?
Right on.
Yeah. So I will post you guys. So if y'all want to see the funky Halloween strip that Sam and I created, follow me on Instagram. So that's it.
Heck yeah. All right. I think that about does it.
Time to get some
Bye.
food.
Bye, everybody. Trick or
Excellent.
treat. Check
He's
your
out.
We missed
candy.
you, Marilyn. We missed
Happy
you, Brian.
Halloween.
Yes.